Alright, buckle up because things just got messy. It seems like the queen herself, Beyoncé, is not as squeaky clean as we've all been led to believe. According to some jaw-dropping new revelations, she may have played a role in something much darker. We're talking about Jay-Z's infamous pregnant mistress, Cathy White, and how Beyoncé allegedly ordered Jay to take her out of the picture, permanently. And that's not all! Jaguar Wright has been spilling the tea in a recent interview, claiming that not only did Jay end Cathy's life, but Beyoncé took it one step further, allegedly stealing the baby Cathy was carrying, who, wait for it, is none other than Blue Ivy. Yeah, you heard that right. Beyoncé allegedly faked her pregnancy while Cathy was actually carrying Blue Ivy. And when it came time for Cathy to give birth, Jay-Z made sure Cathy was handled, and the baby was handed over to Beyoncé. Y'all, this is some next-level demonic-type mess, and Jaguar is not holding back. She even brought receipts because she knew people would call her crazy before even giving her a chance to explain. So, let's dive into this chaotic whirlwind of scandal because there is a lot to unpack. For those of you who might not know, Cathy White was Jay-Z's alleged mistress, and just a few days before her tragic and mysterious death, she was reportedly planning to go public about her relationship with Jay. This all started coming to light after well-known journalist Liz Crokin took to Twitter to expose Jay-Z, accusing him of being involved in Cathy's death. And here's where things get even wilder. Back in 2017, Liz posted a tweet accusing Jay of being responsible for Cathy's death, but at the time, no one took her seriously. You know how it goes. People didn't believe it until they started putting the pieces together. Liz tweeted, "When Kanye said Jay-Z got killers, I think he was referring to Cathy White. Jay-Z took out Cathy White, and it wasn't a brain aneurysm that killed her." Excuse me? This woman was not playing any games. She didn't stop there. After Diddy's Dirty Secrets came out, Liz returned to Twitter, quoting her original tweet and saying, "Hey Jay-Z, I was the reporter who talked to your alleged mistress right before she died. Your time is coming. Maybe you and Diddy can share a prison cell together. Justice is coming." And if you thought that was the end of it, Liz went on to add, "It's only a matter of time before spirit-cooking Jay-Z is exposed like Diddy. There's a reason Kanye said Jay has killers." These are some serious accusations, but when Liz started dropping these bombs, people began digging deeper, trying to figure out how far this conspiracy goes. When Cathy died, it was officially reported that she passed away due to a brain aneurysm. But if Liz's claims are true, it sounds like that explanation was just a cover-up, and Jay-Z might have paid some serious money to keep the truth buried along with Cathy. Adding fuel to the fire, an article from the blogger Hollywood Street King resurfaced, which claimed that Cathy's death was suspicious from the start. Hollywood Street King had been on a mission to expose the real story behind Cathy's death, even reaching out to law enforcement sources to get the inside scoop. The article revealed that Cathy didn't die from a brain aneurysm as reported. Instead, according to an NYPD detective, her death was suspicious, and the real cause was still unclear. Hollywood Street King pointed out that Cathy died exactly 1 year after he broke the story of her and Jay-Z's affair, which only adds to the intrigue. He even spilled that Cathy had been in touch with a tabloid just before her death, threatening to go public with her relationship with Jay-Z, unless, of course, he was willing to pay her off. And guess what? Cathy's sudden death happened just 48 hours after Beyoncé announced her pregnancy with Jay-Z's child. Coincidence? I think not. Hollywood Street King also shared photos of Cathy hanging out with Claudia Jordan and Jay-Z at a club just months before her untimely death. And get this, Cathy and Claudia were besties, and it was actually Claudia who introduced her to Jay in the first place. Talk about messy. But, for reasons unknown, Hollywood Street King's investigation seemed to stall. That's when Jaguar Wright stepped in and brought the fire. Jaguar first went live on Instagram, claiming that Cathy's death wasn't caused by an aneurysm, but something far more sinister. According to her, Cathy was brutally unalived, and Jay-Z and Beyoncé were behind it. Jaguar also claimed that Cathy spent her last moments screaming for her life, painting a tragic and terrifying picture. She didn't hold back either. Jaguar alleged that Beyoncé was extremely jealous of Cathy and that if Jay hadn't taken matters into his own hands, Beyoncé would have done the dirty work herself. She flat out stated, "Cathy White's life was taken unfairly. She died screaming, and the Carters are responsible." Oh, but wait, it gets darker. Jaguar came through with even more shocking claims. In another interview, she accused Beyoncé of faking her entire pregnancy. According to Jaguar, Blue Ivy isn't Beyoncé's biological daughter. She's Cathy's child. Jaguar claims that after Cathy's death, Jay and Beyoncé took Blue Ivy and raised her as their own. And here's where it gets even spicier. Jaguar also dragged Claudia Jordan, slamming her for staying quiet, even though she supposedly knows the truth about what really happened to Cathy. Jaguar went off saying, "Claudia Jordan, don't you dare mention my name when you're out here staying silent about your friend's death. You know what happened, and you're protecting the people who did it." To make things even creepier, Jaguar tied Cathy White's death to other mysterious deaths of people connected to the entertainment industry. She mentioned how people who get too close to the truth end up mysteriously disappearing. And it's not just Cathy's death that raises red flags. There are others, too. Now, I know these are some wild accusations, and it sounds like something straight out of a conspiracy thriller. But Jaguar's track record of exposing industry secrets makes it hard to ignore her claims. Remember when everyone thought Jaguar was crazy for talking about Diddy? Look how that turned out. She was right all along. So, who's to say she isn't onto something here? People on social media have already started chiming in, with one person saying, "I found Cathy's obituary online. She's buried where my family stays in Virginia. The fact that her presence is nowhere on social media is super suspicious." Another person commented, "I remember reading a magazine article years ago about Cathy White's relationship with Jay-Z. It talked about how they were together long before Beyoncé came into the picture. Now I'm wondering if Beyoncé really did call her before she mysteriously died." Now, after all this, we've got to ask, what do you think? Do you believe these wild claims that Cathy White was unalived by Jay-Z and Beyoncé? Could Blue Ivy really be Cathy's daughter? It's a lot to take in, and we want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know where you stand on this shocking mess. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tea. Oh, and if you haven't seen our latest video, click right here to watch more of this insane drama.